live streaming on my Switch. I can't screen capture this. I was talking earlier about how I had Xenoblade Chronicles on my Switch, and here it is. I just re-downloaded it. I want to load in my old save file with my character, my levels at least. I did a new game plus, so I got a bunch of new stuff. Like I started a new game, you know, but. Alright, press any button to continue. So yeah, this is the one, version 2.20. Damn, that's like double what I got. See, I started a new game plus, so if I continue... What does the stream even look like from here? Does it look good? You can't really see the whole screen, but whatever. Let's continue.
Alright, so Tom Segura was just on Joe Rogan's podcast, and the comments did not disappoint. I mean, that's always the best part of Tom Segura's appearances, just reading the poor's comments. Because aside from that, you know, of course the actual episodes are just really boring. Like, the only entertaining part from this one was when they roasted Bert Kreischer, which was pretty funny. But the rest of the episode was just kind of the usual. You know, I think they spent probably...
Yeah, level 81.
We're talking about cars, really expensive cars, which was boring, unless you're reading the comments at the same time. That actually made it hilarious.
Is that a 765? I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about McLarens, but it's fucking dope.
I've driven a lot of the lineup. I've driven the 600 LT.
How come you never got one?
I don't know. I should get one. I just drove the new 750S.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
But they're making cars that just a rich knucklehead can buy that has the most insane speed and power.
I've driven, like I said, a lot of the lineup. When I drove the 765 LT, I remember talking to, at the time, he was with McLaren in F1, Daniel Ricciardo.
Like, you don't buy one of those unless you really want to get rich.
Yeah, and you also want everyone to know how fucking rich.
You want everyone to know how rich, and you're rich right now enough. I don't have a problem with that dark car. I wouldn't drive that. I'd be freaked out. I can't park anywhere. What am I going to do? That's crazy. So that means he's got way more money than me. It's like, well, how much money you get? How much money you making? What are you doing? Yeah. What are you doing that you're driving a $4 million car? If you're not interested in money, you get a Mercedes. You get a nice S-Class, and people get mad at you. You really want people to not get mad at you? Get a Lexus. Get an LS 500, cruise around in style. Yeah. No one's going to get mad at you.
So the funniest part of this podcast was definitely just reading the comments. You know, the poors are now much funnier than the comedians. And Tom actually addressed the poors recently because Bert brought up how he likes reading mean comments when they're not his, obviously. Like he said, he follows an Instagram page that just posts negative comments, and he'll send them to Tom once in a while because Tom enjoys it too. You know, at least they can admit that mean comments are funny. But then Tom starts talking about his comment section and how it's still all just the poors complaining.
I've been sending you clips of my favorite accounts on the internet or on Instagram are hateful comment sections. The comment sections where if it was you, it would hurt so bad. But when it's not you, it's hysterical.
I have so much disdain come at me from people with little to no means. And it's just like a constant fucking barrage of just like, I'm so poor, I can't relate to anything you say. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. I donate to charities. Like, something positive has to come out of this, but it's constant. It's constant.
So it seems like the poors are getting to him, but at least he could say he has one of the funniest comment sections. I mean, even Bert, it sounds like gets a kick out of it. You know, he of course reads Tom's, but not his own.
We used to go during the pandemic when Tom was fat, and then Tom lost weight and got disconnected from our fans.
Yeah,
it's just
now calls them the poors.
Yeah, calls them the poors. He does call them the poors.
And also, it sounds like Bert tries to give Tom some advice on it, which he's probably not the best one to be doing that, but last time they're on Rogan, he was telling him, like, maybe you should care a little more about it. But of course, Rogan, he doesn't really seem to help at all. You know, he kind of just tells him the opposite. He's like, who cares what they have to say? They're a bunch of losers. you know, he has more of Tom's approach.
Tom, I
really
really
don't
read in the
give a
comments.
fuck
You do not give a fuck. You do not give a fuck.
You have the perfect amount of fucks.
Yeah.
I think it's like a balance.
No.
It's the right balance.
No, it's detrimental.
To what?
To him.
How so?
Well, if I read his comments, I'd be like, start giving a fuck.
Yeah, but who's writing those comments? You can't read comments.
I do.
The people that are writing them, you get a disproportionate amount of failures.
But it sounds like Tom is starting to care and is reading them, or maybe he just assumes they're still all just the same. But it seems like he's trying to find some way to move past it. You know, he's looking to make amends with the pores. We'll see if that ever happens. So also during the most recent episode, like I said in the beginning, they're making fun of Bert. And Joe actually brought up that picture that Bert posted of himself where he's breaking down crying after dropping his daughter off at school. If you remember, I talked about it in a video last week. And I said that people should be making fun of him for posting a picture like that. And Rogan seems to agree. And he said even Bert's daughters will make fun of him for crying too much.
It's just,
I've heard it's the same. Bert, what did Bert go to see? The Dead?
He's seen a few there. He saw the.
Of course he was.
He saw the Dead, and he saw. He went to a U2 show when they were there too.
Oh, wow.
He said, I cried so much. You know,
Of course.
Yeah,
Emotional.
I cried the whole time.
Your liver's failing.
My daughters were making fun of me.
Yeah. They should.
Yeah.
They should mock you. He doesn't just cry. He likes to take photos of him crying and then post it on Instagram. I'm so sad. My daughter went to college. Look, is this one good? How many did he take before he picked that one?
He's a fucking mess when I saw him.
Of course.
So it's awesome that even Rogan's talking about how ridiculous he is, you know, because some of Bert's other friends, like Whitney Cummings and Joe Coy and Patton Oswalt, they all went along with it and just acted like it was something normal. You know, like people always just post pictures of themselves breaking down crying on Instagram. So thankfully Joe had a more appropriate reaction to this. And then also he started asking Tom about how Bert's doing in terms of the drinking. And Tom said he's in the middle of a bender, which I think he's probably been in the middle of ever since they started Poor Osos. Because before that, I think he was sober for a little. Like, he definitely looked healthier. But now with Poor Osos, like, starting an alcohol brand with him, obviously that's just going to cause Bert to go crazy with the drinking. And Tom even tells a story about them being at a Poor Osos event and Bert getting completely wasted.
How's he doing these days? He benders, he goes off, he goes on.
Yeah, he's
cleaned up for a little while and he went right back in.
He's on a Bert cycle. Yeah, he was real clean, and then my favorite. He was like, we were somewhere in Vegas. And somebody was like, you know, do you want this? He's like, can't, I'm hardcore keto. And I was like, okay. And then we go to this. I'm like, okay.
So, like the way you said, we twisted your head. That's such a burp.
Hardcore keto. And then we go to this bar, and we're pouring drinks, Poor Osos drinks, you know, we're like our brand, and it's like tons of people, and it's a very fun thing. Everyone's out and getting bottles and drinks, and we're signing things, and of course, like, you know,
he's throwing them back.
And at one point, he's standing there shirtless, and he goes, I'm absolutely fucking shit-faced. I go, yeah, I can tell. And so I go, hey, you know, some time passes. I go, you want to get out of here? He's like, yeah. I go, okay, we're going to go this way out of this place, and here's the exit. He's like, okay. So I turn this way, you say something, I go, ready? He goes, I'm going to fucking stay. I go, okay, I'll see you later, man. So I leave. I get the fuck out of there, and then I run into him later. I'm like, how was it? He was like, dude, I was so hammered. And I go, yeah, I know. He goes, yeah, I got back and I ate a dozen donuts. And I was like, I go, what happened to hardcore keto? He goes, well, I just ate the tops. And I go, that's not how keto works.
That even works.
Yeah.
That's where the frosting is. What are you talking about?
He's a lunatic.
Oh my God. He's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how long you can do that for.
I mean,
how long can you do that for?
My other favorite phrase, he's like, I quit drinking. I go, when? He goes, Wednesday. I'm like, but it's fucking Friday. He's like, I know, but it's like 48 hours, nothing. I'm like, that's not.
That's a normal
That's
person.
not how that term works. And he's like, but so he'll get to a certain point here where he'll be like, I gotta clean it up, and he'll just like really clean it up, you know, like won't drink for a while, clean up the diet. You'll see him just like thin out.
He takes a picture on Instagram.
Takes a good picture.
Sucks his gut in.
Sexy picture.
This is me now.
And then you'll be like, oh,
3 weeks later, huge.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
3 weeks later, I see him waddle through the fucking green room at the mothership. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? The fuck are you doing?
I know.
He goes hard.
He goes hard, dude. He goes hard. I've been going hard with eating just super clean, man.
Yeah, and the contrast between Bert and Tom is so funny. You know, they're talking about Bert's going hard with the drinking, and then Tom's like, yeah, and I'm going hard with the clean diet. So Bert and Tom are like the opposite when it comes to their health and drinking. And Tom's talked about how much he hates being around drunk people, especially drunk Bert Kreischer. So he must hate doing those poor Osos events. Like Bert also in the past has offered him to do the Fully Loaded tour a bunch of times, and Tom's always turned it down because it sounds like it's just torture to him. So starting a vodka brand with Bert was a bold move for him, but he obviously should have known what he was getting himself into. So also during this podcast, they talked about doing another Sober October because they didn't do one last year, but I think Joe's probably worried about Bert again. So it sounds like he wants to try to do it.
Do you think we can get Bert to go sober for a month again? Because last year he was excited to not do it.
I don't want to speak for him, but no.
Maybe he could use it though, right?
I don't know.
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him.
No, it's never the worst thing for any of us to take a month off. It's what kind of challenge is it for each person, you know?
Well, it's easy for me, but for Bert, it's a big ass deal.
Yeah, it tests his will for sure, and
Will to live.
cleans him up. I think he also kind of gets off on the challenge of it because so many people are like, you're gonna struggle this, like, or, you know, online
And it sounds like Tom doesn't really care that much about it. Like he doesn't really care enough to try to convince Bert. So it'd probably just all be up to Jeff.
Why are you guys so obsessed with police? Like I'm feel scared. Elated.
Oh. Yeah, I can one-shot them.
Like Modern Warfare 2 Vincent Bell. Hello everybody. How's everybody doing, son? Please hit the page. I need to hit the controller.
Damn, you got hit with something.
Oh, crap, we got right in front of me.
Why you let him sit you down like that?
This name right here. What's the deal with you throwing the 20s on flow count? And you over here throwing $2 over here. I get the poverty Harry. Oh, crap.
There's no way he killed me with that. Dude, it's always low levels, bro. Fucking shot a fucking frag grenade, rifle, and just killed me.
So if you spawn on the random, you can pick me up.
Let me see. That's fine. That's fine.
Thank you for making my life longer.
Damn.
My hands are cold too. Holy shit. This scorpion guy's got me 3 times already.
And of course I get hit with a CH.
Yeah, I got hit with the CH too.
Shit, we lost all the flags.
Yeah, it's the one thing that sucks about this is like when you especially streaming at this point this time, it's like we're gonna lose every game we play. It's just gonna happen because like there's gonna get to a point where like there's gonna be like 8 people following me, and then Cheesehead and them on the other side.
Where did he come from?
Where you at?
Another level 5. I'm by the 8 flag, like in this little house. There's like a whole squad. Yeah, they spawned on me. I killed them all, then they came back.
Alright, I'm gonna kick these guys out of our squad. How we lock it first?
Oh, this medic might get me. W medic. I got sniped.
you doing up there, bud? You gotta get yourself a chili and eat it on stream also, huh? When I'm gonna be mod stream face joke. Dude, I don't need no new mods right now. Like, adding mods is a treacherous task because like you never know when you're adding somebody that's just an undercover troll. And I know you donate and stuff, but like I've put people in here and donated lots of money for me too, and they end up just being trolls. So like you can't like look at it and be like, oh yeah, but this is a surefire way of picking them out. Well, y'all wouldn't want to give me a med pack, would you?
Shoddy, so I gotta kind of play different.
Yeah. I was asking the trolls if they were to give me a med pack. We're having a smoke sesh here, chat. I'm getting smoked out by these guys. They love me. I ain't got to pay for any product.
This is fucking crazy, dude.
Nah, it gets way worse than this.
Like Kanye, the paparazzi.
What a fucking staghounds in here?
Stop. What are you doing? Yeah, what is going on, cat? Aslan the cat. What is going on, cat? Cat. I'm gonna play Xenoblade Chronicles in bed. Okay. I'm gonna set my phone. I don't think you can see the switch. Oh, made it back at last. What a hike. Such long walkings, tough on legs of Riku. Riku totally pooped. It was a massive battle, but we don't seem to have taken too many injuries, fortunately. Yeah, well, I guess that's the upside of going against a low-rank, no-mark colony like that. On the flip side, we didn't manage to fill up the flame clock all that much. It's all for the best. At least we've all come back in one piece. I agree, and anyway, we should be alright on that front for the time being. No talking out here just waste time. How about friends move chatter into bath?
Good thinking. Let's do that. Yeah, so the Riku thing wants to bath. Loria. Hey, you heard? Seems like Colony 9's Furonis won't be able to move for a while. It can't move, but it made it back here from the battlefield. Thing is, looks like the engine took a bit of a beating in the battle with Colony Sigma. So those Nopon mechanics told us to shut it all down while they handle the maintenance. Yeah, right. That does sound like it's gonna be parked up here for a while. Then. What's look at this guy. Look at that guy. Okay. Let's explore around the camp a little bit. Alright, let's check around out here. So that's the waterfall I tried to get up, but I couldn't. But now I'm up on the other side. Okay, that's pretty good. There we go.